What is going on there, guys? It is Rocker etc. here, bringing you a WWE 12 commentary on an interesting topic that I wanted to share with you guys. And the topic is why I want TNA to grow. Why I want them to grow around the league WWE is right now. And you know, ever since Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan have joined TNA, there's been some up and down, some pros and some cons. The positive things that they've name recognition. You know, when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff went to TNA, they bought themselves publicity. They also have experience in the business, which Dixie Carter really doesn't have. When they bought Flair in, if you guys don't know, Ric Flair helped out AJ Styles with his promos and his mic skills, because Ric Flair is a hell of a guy in the promo, mic talker, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he helped AJ Styles out with, you know, giving him some mic lessons, because AJ Styles really wasn't that great. And they've also been some negative things. The X Division really has been put down. The Knockouts have been put down. At the start, they brought in a bunch of guys that some really didn't really care about, like Val Venus and Nasty Boys and Orlando Jordan. Really did not give a flying about them. By the way, this is a match, Beer Money versus the Motor City Machine Guns. If you guys remember their best out of 5 series match that they had, I believe. It was a great thing that happened in TNA. This was a great feud, which I loved. And it kind of sucks now that these two tag teams aren't in TNA anymore. Beer Money's, they split up. They're both single competitors. Chris Sabin, he's out for 6 to 9 months. He got injured, and Alex Shelley quit TNA. But let's start off with commentary. Why I want TNA to grow. I'm just gonna take it all out at first. Major reason I want TNA to grow is because WWE sucks. WWE doesn't have what they believe is competition out there. And if TNA were to grow even, you know, near the level Raw is, you know, Vince McMahon would freaking get people to think of better storylines. And I'm not saying it would go back to the Attitude Era or anything, but, you know, maybe it would bring them out of the PG era. They're in the PG era maybe because they feel comfy there, because, you know, there's no competition, there's no threat out there that could possibly overthrow them or even challenge them. The only challenge TNA has ever done to WWE was that challenge when Hulk Hogan first came in to TNA his first night, but WWE countered it with having Bret Hart come back to the WWE for like the longest time, ever since the Montreal Screwjob. And you know WWE felt threatened there, because if they needed to get Bret Hart, you know that something was wrong. And you know, TNA still ended up giving the better show, but WWE got the better ratings. But ratings aren't everything, guys. They could be a show about monkeys shitting and get like an 8.9 rating, but that doesn't mean it's a great show. But yeah, they would get better stories. Maybe more of a feel that the Attitude Era had, you know. Maybe more cussing, more badass, because people like TNA because they can cuss there. There's blood. There's some crazy freaking matches out there, and you know, they would start not limiting movesets as much, because they would want to make wrestling more exciting. And that's one reason. But you guys can feel free to tell me yes or no. But on to my second reason, it makes wrestling better altogether. TNA would be having these great stories, and so would WWE. And I also believe they also deserve it, because TNA has great talent, and they give out great shows, sometimes better than WWE, but they never get the recognition or the publicity from it. I mean, Bully Ray is a better heel than Chris Jericho, let me tell you that. Bully Ray, he is insane. He is better than Chris Jericho in the mic, to be honest. He is the best heel in the wrestling business right now, and that's what I believe, and I hope he gets a TNA heavyweight championship run in the future, guys. Third, TNA video games. We've only seen one or two. There was two on a second TNA video game out there for the PSP, but TNA Wrestling was one game, and you know it was an okay game, but the roster was very limited, but it was a great game altogether. And you know it would be pretty cool if we got a second TNA game, because you know then freaking THQ has competition, and if TNA was able to make a great wrestling game, you know THQ would have to work their ass off twice as much to finally, you know, get those issues solved that we dread, that they're too lazy to fix, like servers. Um, like, if they were to make more video games, if they were actually to get a video game company to make them a video game, it would be pretty cool too, because you know we wouldn't be stuck with WWE games, because there's not much you can do with a TNA Wrestling Impact game that's out there. You can have some matches, yeah, but that's pretty much it. In this, you can make a story, universe mode, create characters way better than the TNA one, and you know if they were to make a great game, THQ would feel threatened. But on to, those are my major reasons that I want. There's more reasons out there, but I have time. I don't have that much time to explain it. So on to my second thing is a second show would also be great if they ever had the money. A second show where they can only talk about the X Division and Knockouts, an Knockouts X Division show, which would be pretty cool, because then you have more time for more things, because the X Division has been shunned since then, and you know that's how they can do it when they get to that level. But yeah, and you know they made some mistakes all around the way. Instead of, they went straight to Monday Night Raw, challenging Raw when they switched to the Monday night. They took on Raw. What I think they should have done was take on SmackDown, because Raw is live. TNA was not live. You could read the spoilers from the Monday show and the Monday taping. If they took on SmackDown, you know, both would be taped, and you know, if they went against SmackDown when they changed days where TNA was shown, I think if they took on SmackDown, they would have had a much better chance. But what do you guys think? Do you want TNA to grow? I do, because if it competes with WWE in an equal level, I know WWE would get way better than the shit it is right now, guys. Not bashing WWE, I love it, but something's wrong over there. Alright, that's pretty much it, guys. Leave a comment in the section below. And yeah, Rocker XX out.